Ole Miss and Georgia will play on Saturday night in Athens with college football playoff hopes on the line for both teams. There is no margin for error for the Rebels. One more loss and their playoff hopes are gone. They're probably not going to reach the SEC championship game, considering Alabama has a magic number of 1 to clinch the SEC West, so this is really their last chance to impress the committee. Thankfully for them, it wouldn't get more impressive than a road win against Georgia. It won't be easy though, as the Bulldogs have really been unstoppable for 3 years now. Coming into the game, Georgia does have a little bit of leeway, but the way things are at the top of the rankings this year, you don't want to give anyone a reason to keep you out of the college football playoff. With a win against Ole Miss or a Tennessee loss earlier in the day against Missouri, the Bulldogs will lock up the SEC East and clinch their spot in the SEC championship game. However, if they aren't able to secure a division title this week, their game at Neyland next Saturday would determine who advances to the conference championship game. This matchup with Ole Miss is essentially part 2 of a 3-part test that started last week against Missouri, and anything less than perfection will put their three-peat in jeopardy. Now that the stage is set, it's time for some predictions. Georgia hasn't given up more than 21 points in any game this season, so if Ole Miss wants to win, they're going to have to put up a big number on the scoreboard. They're averaging over 38 points per game on the season, but that number drops down to 31 in conference matchups. Georgia, on the other hand, has allowed the fewest points in the SEC this year. I think Ole Miss will put up more points on Georgia than any other team has so far this season, but it still won't be enough to win the game. Georgia will keep up with the Rebels' high-powered offense and put them away late just like they did with Missouri a week ago. It'll be the closest game of the season for the Bulldogs, but a big defensive stop with time winding down in the fourth quarter will close out the win for them, 34-28. Do you agree with my predictions? Let me know down in the comments. I'm thinking about making more videos like this in the future, so any feedback is greatly appreciated. As always, you can expect to find the highlights for this game immediately after it ends, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on. Thanks for watching, everyone.